All right, everybody, welcome to the channel. I got Keith here, and he has got God of Thunder is the name of his Jeep, and he had the, I guess probably the Wheel of Fortune sound coming from his wheels. How many miles are on your Jeep?
165.
165, and the front U-joints on the front axle, they're gone. So I'm going to show you here real quick, and you can see what we're talking about. All right, everybody, so when I'm spinning the wheel here, we got the tire and everything moved, but that play right there, actually you can probably see it really good right there. That should not happen. That should be a tight joint. So that's what's giving him his vibration, his noise. So definitely want to fix this now as opposed to on the side of a mountain someplace. Yep. But steps on this: take off your tire, jack up the vehicle. Well, jack up the vehicle first and then take off the tire. It's probably easier. But get the rotor off, got the brakes off. So now we're going to take the hub off. I don't think this has ever been off. I think this is the factory one, so it's pretty crusty. So this is going to be the fun part. But I've got a couple tips and tricks that might help you out if you're ever in this situation. Love living in the Rust Belt.
Oh, yeah.
So,
yep.
All right, we'll get to it. But yeah, let's put the socket on these things and then use them to we're getting separation. That's what we want.
It's just so, yeah. I mean, we know that it's been on there since day one.
That's where all them spiders are coming from. I don't know if I can get up in there. Maybe. Yeah, we're good. Yeah. Alrighty guys, hopefully you saw what I did there. Basically just put the socket on the back of the nut, the 12 point, and just use that to kind of pound and break that rust weld that's attaching the spindle to the hub, because they like to get rust welded and they get really, really tight. But happily that one came out pretty well. Pretty sure the other side, it's just gonna be a pain in the butt because this one was kind of easy. So I told Keith here not to buy any lottery tickets.
Yeah, luck's being used up right now.
Yeah. All right, so gonna be careful with disconnecting the hub because it still has the ABS sensor on it. Don't want to typically remove those just because they're old plastic and they get really brittle, so they typically will just snap off. But just set them kind of off to the side, bungee them up so they don't fall off, and we'll get the axle out. All right, everybody, so I knew it was going to happen. Our luck just ran out. It appears that the previous owner didn't have the proper retaining clips for the U-joints, so they welded the caps to the subshaft and the axle shaft. So now I got to get that off. So I'm going to show you what they did. So yeah, right here, that's a weld. And then looks like here too on the cap, I don't know if you can see that right there on my finger, right above it. Well, I think they even welded on the outside. They put little like burger welds, or this one right here by my thumb. So they just put a little teeny tack to hold the cap in there, which is fine, except kind of screws the next guy over.
Stupid.
Which, yeah. So you know, 5-minute job. You know, take all day. So we're gonna start cutting these or banging on them or something, try and break off the welds and put on the new U-joint. All right, everybody, so I was able to pound on the outside of the bearing caps to hopefully break free the welds. So then we've got the good old ball joint press here set up. And I'll move this out of the way so you can kind of see. Angle this down a little bit. So I got to get the room for the cap to line up perfectly. So you probably can't see that down there. And then for these caps, I really don't care about them because they're the old ones, but I'm going to use the impact to try and push them through. On the new caps, I'm going to actually use a wrench so that they don't get broken, because I like to do that sometimes. Yeah. And the problem is now I gotta readjust it because it's off.
Yeah.
There went one.
Yeah, I was gonna say something just went.
Yep.
Yep.
One of the welds. Okay.
You know, if you didn't have it, you definitely would need this.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's definitely something I'm looking at, because all my tools that I've used for years are air.
Yeah.
Which sucks.
All right, everybody. So I didn't film this because I forgot to, but we'll get it on the next one, I think. So got the caps out, used the impact gun and the ball joint press, the C-clip on it. The end of that is just perfect to get the caps out. So they the welds were giving us some fight, but they actually broke in a couple spots, so it was finally able to get it out. And then just clean up some burrs with good old file, just some little elbow grease. I'm sweating hot, but basically here's what we got going on. So place the one clip, or one cap rather, on one side, slid the U-joint in, then put it on the other side, got everything lined up, made sure the needle bearings were good, and then you just put it in the vise and it sucked it in real nice. And then I got our retaining clips in there, so should be all set. So now I got to do the subshaft.
No.
Yeah. So then flip that and hold. Can you hold that real quick?
Yep. Oh, absolutely.
Okay. So yeah, you just slide one side on, slide the other. And we're going to get our cap in here. Just try and line it up and take your time, be careful.
Looks like it.
Yep, and then we'll slide it down here and open up the jaws, press the vise. Yeah, there you go. And then just use that, and just nice and easy. You don't want to.
Got no hurry on it.
Don't want to goof anything up. Yep. And it's moving nice. I'm not having to really fight it, so that means that it's going in well.
Actually, really good. Beats the old way of doing this.
Yep, and then that's tight there. So then we might have to pound on that side a little bit, but
To get it even.
yeah. Then here, let me show you guys. Spin around here. So you've got retaining clips, which are these suckers, and that's going to go. Switch hands here. There, retaining clips. This goes in that C channel right there. Okay, she's in. So just got to get the other side, and we're all set. All right, guys. So I got the two other retaining clips in here. Now the final test, you take it and it should move nice and free. If it's tight, you can always take a dead blow hammer, tap it on there, and it'll kind of reseat the caps, and you won't have any bindings. So that honestly could have been a lot worse. Yeah, knock on wood. It's that should be the unofficial motto of the channel. But now I got to throw it in and do the other side. Everybody, so we got the hub back assembled on here, and what I've done is use anti-seize on the inside of the flange for the hub bearing, and then also put anti-seize on the hub surface itself. So when you put your rotor on there, it doesn't rust weld because the metals will basically allow moisture and dirt in there, and we basically had to pound the rotor off with some dead blows to get it out. So this will prevent that from happening next time. The torque specs 100 foot-pounds for the nut, 75 for the 3 retaining bolts on the hub. So now it's just kind of like a brake job, put it all back together and get the tire back on, and this side will be done. All right, everybody, so we got Keith taken care of here, and wheels are back on the Jeep. He's ready to go, conquer some more trails. So got a laundry list of things that he wants to do to the Jeep. It happens to everybody. Yep. So we're gonna leave it stock is the biggest lie I think we tell ourselves.
Yep, I'm lying.
Yeah. So if you stick around the video, appreciate you. Like, comment, subscribe, all that fun jazz. Channel is growing up to 337 subscribers, so on the way to 1,000, but glad I could help him out. It's not a hard job. It's just have to have some specialized tools, and had to fight with them a little bit. A couple of them were giving me some grief in the time lapse. I'm sure you saw that, but hopefully me pounding on the workbench wasn't too wasn't too distracting. But anyways, I appreciate y'all. Have a great day, and adventure awaits.